Good morning and welcome to the Business Next Door. This is episode 5. Thank you for joining us live. If you're watching live, we appreciate you logging on and checking this out. This morning it snowed. Huge bummer, but I guess Western Pennsylvania, that's what we get, right?
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah. Joining us today is Stephanie Burns with State Farm Insurance. Thank you so much for being here, Stephanie.
Thanks for having me. It's awesome.
It's
Great
good.
opportunity.
Good. It's good to have you here. So you recently relocated to Greenville, and you also recently got started with State Farm. So why don't you explain a little bit sort of how that went?
Okay. I started at First National Bank in 1995.
Okay.
So worked at First National Bank from the Shakleville, Cochranton, ended up in Meadville. A couple years ago, State Farm recruited me to try to get me to come into their fold. And so I've been thinking about it for a while. They approached me that Dan was going to retire and truly could bring me back to where I grew up. I grew up in Fredonia, went to Reynolds, so it was exciting. It was a big step to leave a career of 20 years and then change.
Wow.
But it's been an exciting opportunity, great adventure. So very happy and excited to be back where I grew up and know the roads, and I don't have to wonder where I'm at anymore.
Very good. And we're happy that you're back.
Thanks.
We are. What is your favorite part of your day at your job?
My team and I talked about this. We just love helping people. We get up and we're excited to go to work. We don't like say, oh my gosh, I have to go to work today. It's more of all right, we're going to help somebody today and make somebody's future even brighter. So helping people is what we're all about, not just with, car and home insurance, but because State Farm is a bank, we have lowered people's car interest rates. We've helped them that way. We've saved thousands of dollars for people. So
Wow.
It's been awesome. It's just something that we're trying to get into people knowing that we're more than just insurance.
That's great. So you care about people, you built a team that cares about people, and it's easy to go into work every morning.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That is rare.
It is. It's very rare.
To her staff that's with us, remember that if you ever do feel like not going into work someday. But no, that really is something that is, I think, very valuable today. Is having that and understanding that people are probably the most important part of actually any job we do usually ends up for people in some way. And you are directly, you get to see sort of the impact that your work is having in the lives of people, which makes your job a little bit easier, that it's that direct.
It's more rewarding.
Yes.
It is.
Very good. What makes getting insurance through State Farm and with Stephanie Burns special?
I, again, just have to say that it's our team. You come into our office, it's a totally different experience than probably most insurance agencies around. We're very vocal about saying hello and making people feel welcome and having a great time while we're doing our jobs. We do our jobs and we have fun, and it's just welcome. We just want to make sure that people feel like they had the great experience, we got what they needed, and they want to tell their friends about us. And that recently we've had that help. It's been the referrals that we've gotten recently have just showed that what we're doing is the right thing.
That is great. I can attest to that feeling when you walk in that door when you had that open house.
Yeah, thanks.
Definitely did not feel like you were walking into an insurance, place. So, and you even get that feeling when we see you guys outside of the office as well. So, what is something that you consider a valuable lesson that you've learned as an insurance agent?
That everybody thinks that insurance is like so expensive, and it's that you have to have it, and it's one of the things that it's like a salesman, but it truly isn't. Like what we learned first of all was people that would say, well, I have to have full coverage. And they would think full tort and full coverage were the same thing, and it wasn't. And we spent like the first couple of months just educating people on full tort is not full coverage.
Okay.
So that has helped us make people realize that it doesn't have to cost a fortune. You know, it doesn't have to feel like it's a ripoff or anything like that. Educating people to know the right thing has been rewarding as well.
And that probably is something that is a good answer to hear. That really is for somebody who is not too familiar, don't understand all the terms. It can be a little intimidating sometimes to walk into that kind of stuff. So if you're looking for somebody who will explain this well, who will help you make the right decisions when it comes to your insurance, Stephanie Burns is there to help you. Yes.
And my team.
And her team, which is wonderful. And we would bring them on camera, but I think they would probably slap me. But we have senior staff, actually, and you and your staff, we've seen, us at the Chamber, have seen you sort of become a part of this community in very little time that you've been here. So tell us what all your team has gotten involved with, become a part of, and why do you feel it's important to get involved in your community?
Well, if you don't support your community, then the people that you're trying to get to come to your office are going to be like, well, we never see you, you're never in, why would we come to you? So, we felt it was very important to do the Halloween parade and the scarecrows and, the Christmas trees and just become part of the Chamber. And so we go to the local restaurants, we go to the local shops, we, put it on our Facebook that we tell everybody about the Bent Fork, because when you get amazing things in a small town, you want people to do the same thing. We want people to say, we got awesome service at Stephanne Burns State Farm, that's where we're going, we're going to tell everybody we tell everybody, if you haven't tried the Bent Fork, you need to try it. So it's just that reciprocating,
everything going full circle and not just, and that's something that we have talked a lot about at the Chamber. There is a whole committee that it might have been even a year ago, if not longer, was started that was focusing on how to complete that cycle. And not just for us as businesses, because businesses, we want businesses to lead in that kind of way, serving in the community, understanding that that promoting within our own sort of business network is so important. But also the community responding the same way, because I know a lot of businesses support community efforts, that the community would then go and support our small local businesses.
Definitely.
So we love to hear that kind of stuff, definitely. It's what makes our little town continue to grow and thrive, so we appreciate that. If you could sum up doing business in Greenville, and this is a question we always ask, 2 words, what would they be?
Hometown proud. We definitely are proud I'm proud that all of my team members we all grew up around here, we all want to be around here, we don't want to move away and stay away. We want our kids to be involved in the community, we want everything to be around us, centered, and I'm proud of that, and I'm proud that, I went to Reynolds, and I graduated from Reynolds, and I feel like it's not a bad thing to be proud of where you're from. No,
definitely not. So one of the questions that I didn't have on your list, but I think you would be able to answer, and you should be able to answer this, is explain some of your services. Because like you said before, it's not just auto insurance or home insurance, but you really do a lot more than that. So do you want to explain sort of, go over that with us?
Yep, we have everything. We do auto insurance, home insurance, but we are a bank as well. So we do mortgages, we do vehicle refinances, we have credit cards, we have checking accounts and savings accounts, we have mutual funds. So basically we truly could be a one-stop shop, and truly designed that way. We go from auto insurance and truly want to protect your life. So life insurance is huge. People think it's not that big of a deal, but when something happens in someone's life and it affects everyone else that's left behind, we want to make sure that not only did we help you with your car, but we have told you, we've explained to you, we've made it important that life insurance for the ones that you're leaving behind is just as important as insuring your car.
Yep.
So we have the whole, coming from the bank, we have the same products that any bank could offer.
Wow, and that's something that I guess I know I definitely did not realize that State Farm really was taking care of all of those things. And probably many of you out there did not realize that as well. So thank you for sharing that. Is there anything else that you can tell us about, things that you've enjoyed from, how long now has it been since you've opened in the 41 Clinton Street?
We opened October 1st, so we're coming up on 6 months.
Okay.
So it's been really cool for us to talk about it as a group, just to say that, 6 months ago we were like, what? And now we are like, okay, we know what we're doing, this is okay, everything's going to work out, and it is scary at first, but now we feel like we've got our roots, we've got our, stability in the town, and we know that we're just going to we're going to grow from here and onward and upward. Good.
That is great. 6 months. We look forward to having you for many, many more years. And like I said, if if insurance is maybe intimidating to you, or you aren't really even sure how you're being covered or what is covered right now, it wouldn't hurt to stop by their office. It is at 41 Clinton Street.
The train station.
In the train station, the old train station. And I actually didn't even have to memorize that address. I just have this crazy bank storage of chamber members' addresses in my mind.
Good.
But they have a beautiful location, a staff that would be happy to help you. I am going to check Twitter. There's still time to tweet your questions if you are that tech savvy. And our handle, and I've said this every single time, but I have not changed it yet. I'm sorry. It is still Greenville Cham, CHAM 1, at Greenville Cham 1. Send us a question for Stephanie, and we would love to ask. From our audience, any questions you have for your boss, Stephanie? Come on, shout them out. We have time. We still have some time.
They're afraid I'm going to bring them up here.
We just have a great office, a great environment. Stop in and see us. And
Get that review. It doesn't cost you anything for us to tell you what you have. And if you have great coverage, we will tell you you have great coverage. We're not going to make you do something that's not good for you.
Good. That's something to even, wouldn't hurt to get a review.
Yeah, and learn what tort is.
Exactly. Yes. Actually, when you said that, I wasn't sure, should I admit that I had no clue what she was talking about?
You're probably paying for a full tort and you don't even need it.
So I know I'm going to stop in for a review, and you should too. And let me check Twitter again. Come on, people, tweet. No.
It's totally fine.
So we do want to thank you for joining us this morning. You can visit us every month. It's on the third Friday, unless otherwise, unless we state otherwise. It's the third Friday of every month at 10 a.m. live, and you can always go back and watch on our homepage and share this with anybody who you think may benefit from learning about State Farm with Stephanie Burns. So thank you for joining us this morning.